Beautiful. Hi, everyone. Lovely to see you, be with you. So, what I'd like to do offer this evening for our practice reflections, is to start practicing together, and I'll introduce the theme in the guided meditation, and I'll say a couple of words about it afterwards. So let's just begin sitting together, meditating together. So I invite you to settle, to arrive in your body. And if you're sitting, let yourself feel a sense of integrity in your posture. If you're sitting in a chair, feel the bottom of your feet, both feet planted on the earth. A softening into your feet, a softening into your sit bones, into your abdomen, softening of your neck and shoulders, your eyes in their socket, your forehead. Let the skin be soft, not wrinkled. Your jaw, let it be loosened. Let your breath be free, not controlled, constricted, but moving freely. However it wants to be, long or short. Let each out breath settle you, releasing tightness, holding, settling, letting go more deeply with each out breath. Nothing needs to happen. Just here, simply here, being breathed, releasing, letting go with every exhale. Here, so delicious to be present with whatever is here. Not thinking, not analyzing what is here, but just being with it, breathing with whatever is present in the body. I'd like to invite you to bring to your heart, invite the presence of someone for whom goodwill, kindness comes with ease. You don't have a complicated relationship with them, ideally. And ideally, they're alive. Could be a pet, could be a child. Someone easy. Opening them into your heart space. Feeling their presence. Noticing how you feel when you invite them into your sphere of awareness. Does a smile show up? Is there a sense of gladness, sense of safety, delight, a sense of care, appreciation, love? Notice the shift. And from this felt sense, however subtle it might be, sharing your goodness, your goodwill, your appreciation for them could be without words, without phrases, could be with the simpler phrases of metta. I wish you well. I appreciate you. I wish you well. Or with the four more traditional phrases. May you be safe, dear one. Keeping their image or felt sense, whatever keeps the connection with this being alive for you. Keeping it up. May you be safe from inner and outer harm. I wish you safety. Although I know absolute safety is not guaranteed in the world, I offer this wish to you as a gift of goodwill. I wish you well. I wish you safety. I wish you happiness. May you be happy. May you be healthy as much as possible. And may you have ease in your life. Take care of yourself happily. May there be ease for you. Keep it really easy, whatever works. Phrases or not. Simple phrases, four phrases. May you be safe, happy, healthy. May you have ease, connecting with their image, their felt sense to keep it bright, keep the practice bright through the connection. Now, as you give, as you share your goodwill, cultivate metta for this dear being, for all of them. Now, consider an aspect of this being that you really appreciate, a particular aspect of them. Maybe they're really kind or generous or easygoing or they're a great cook and cook for you with so much love or anything else. One aspect. Bring that to the forefront as you appreciate them, as you share metta, share your metta, your loving kindness with them, for them. Maybe it's indescribable, their qualities, just how they make you feel. Accepted, safe. Bring that to the forefront and share metta. Now I'd like to invite you, bring yourself in to receiving metta as if you were giving metta, sharing it both to this dear being, this easy being, and next to them it was yourself, an image of you, felt sense of yourself. And maybe your easy being, dear being, and you in this image, they're interacting the way they usually do, taking a walk, sitting, having tea, or whatever it might be. Share metta for both of them. May both of you, one is your dear being, the other is yourself, an image of you, an interaction, interacting with your friend. May both of you be safe from harm. In a way, stepping outside of yourself and seeing yourself within interacting with your dear being is an aspect of impersonality, cultivating the universality of metta. May you both beings, dear beings, may you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy as much as possible, having a felt sense and image of both of you, these dear beings interacting. May you both have ease. Safe, happy, healthy, ease. Appreciating that both of these beings are doing their best. Be kind, show up as well as they possibly can. See yourself in a kind light. Just as you see your dear being in a kind light. See the two of you as a third person would, a third person with goodwill and kindness, ascribing goodness and goodwill. And you appreciate all of your dear being, your friend, and all of yourself. Seeing the good, making space for what's challenging with kindness, with compassion, maybe even fierce compassion, but still making room for all parts with goodwill. No part left out. And as we bring this sitting to a close together, appreciating your own goodness for having shown up, practiced as well as you were able to in this moment in time. And seeing your own goodness. And making room for what's challenging, inside and outside. And all of us together, having co-created the space to practice together, to cultivate metta, kindness, goodwill, generosity of spirit, sharing this goodness in our hearts with all beings everywhere, trusting, knowing that our practice isn't just good for us, doesn't just impact us, impacts others, our loved ones, our friends, strangers, reverberates in ways we cannot even imagine through the world. May all beings everywhere, including ourselves, be happy. May all beings, including ourselves, be free. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for your practice. So, what we did this evening, just a few words of review. What we did was we began with settling in the body with the breath, relaxing, softening any areas that were tight, need to be released. And then invited the breath to be releasing with every out breath to settle us more deeply into our heart, into our posture, into the present moment. And then we invited someone we cared about. We did metta for them any way that was easy, then brought to our minds an aspect of them that we really appreciate, we really love, so that we really, our hearts gather around that, around the goodness, the brightness. And then we invited ourselves as a beloved other in interaction, interacting with our dear being, something we haven't explored here in happy hour, so many ways. And then wishing well for both of these beings who are doing their best, interacting, which is just a different way to get to metta for ourselves, because sometimes metta for ourselves can be so challenging. So these are so many different ways we try to get to it. So, and yeah, metta for dear being, metta for ourselves through that, seeing ourselves as a beloved other, and also this way of stepping out of ourselves and seeing ourselves in interaction with someone we care about is also ties into, as I was mentioning, there's a sense of universality, the impersonality, not self. Like, oh yes, just goodwill. It is us here that's considering all of this, and yet there is something tapping into the universality of goodwill that's just available. So I'd like to invite us to now transition, doing things a little differently, just trying things out for size. I'm going to invite us to transition now to small groups, and then we'll have time for reflections after that when we come out. And with the breakout groups of size roughly 3, hopefully, the invitation always is, as we connect with other people in the Dharma, with other practitioners in this contemplation, the invitation tonight with this question, with this practice we did, is for each person to perhaps, if you would like to share a little bit of what was it like for you. There's no right or wrong. You can say, I fell asleep, my mind was distracted. It's okay. It's fine. Or maybe something new came up when you saw yourself in interaction with someone else. Just offering that again as a gift to the Sangha. And notice also your intention. Why are you speaking? Is it to be of service, of service to yourself and others, but not in a way of self-aggrandizing, but just humbly, with humility, sharing um, your insights with others. And you can also say pass, or when your turn comes, and say thank you, pass. And then maybe later when it comes your way, you can say something or not. It's all good. And each person maybe will just say something for a minute or two, and then make sure you leave space for the next person, and then the next person, and then it'll come back to you. So you can go around a couple of times. And no asking questions, no directing other people's experience, just sharing from your own experience. Very simple. And then letting others share from theirs. Be kind. This is really, breakout groups are a perfect place to stay embodied and speak from your body, to practice mindfulness of speaking, mindfulness of listening. It's such a beautiful practice, instead of like, okay, it's recess, blah, 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 blah. Please don't do that. Just stay in your bodies. This is really important practice. So many things can light up. Okay. So I'm going to open the breakout rooms, and I'll give a little extra minute. Actually, can I do that right now? Let's see. Can I? I'm going to give you a few extra minutes at the end when the timer ends, just so that you have a heads up. Okay, here we go. I'm going to open them up. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Be kind. Be kind. The rooms are closed. Everybody is back. And we have a few minutes for reflections, questions, comments, observations, either from the guided meditation or from your group, from your breakout connection with the Sangha. You can either type them in chat if you like. And if you type them privately to me, I will just read your comment or question, not your name, or you can also raise your Zoom hand. So any reflections you like to share? Questions? What was it like? Pietro, please.
Okay, yeah, thanks. Thank you, Nikki. Good evening, everyone. So that was very lovely meditation and very, very lovely. Very interesting for me was seeing myself in third person, something I haven't experimented with, but it was very powerful. So thank you so much for that. And one other thing that we discussed a little bit in our small group was how it's not always easy to find uncomplicated people to direct connected to. So if you go to family, usually there's a lot of love, but really uncomplicated is not always as easy. And I was just lucky that for me it happened that sort of a neutral person today did something really nice to me. So I was able to bring that person in, which I don't know very well at all. And so, but he did something nice. So there was that, it was so easy to open the heart. There was nothing between us really, a negative. So it felt really a great choice. It took a little bit, but at the end it was really, really a great choice and it really opened my heart a lot. So just wanted to share that.
Beautiful. Thanks so much for sharing that, Pietro. And I appreciate the wisdom that you had to bring in a neutral person for you today. This person that had done something nice to you, your heart was open. And many times it is skillful to bring a neutral person. If as you said, some of the dear people we love, the relationships are complicated. And so yes, very skillful, beautiful how you brought in a neutral person who had become a dear person in a way through their kindness, and just let the heart be open and explore. Oh wow, me as a third person, being kind, being interacting with someone. So that can be very onward leading. Also, glad that lit something up for you.
Thank you, Nikki.
Thank you, Pietro. Thank you so much for your practice. Thank you. Yeah, Serena.
Thank you so much for your teachings. I'm going to ask a question about how to skillfully deal with oh God, I can't even think of the word right now. Okay, maybe Pedro can help me. What was the word I used in our group?
You
I was having
you can type it in chat, Pietro, if you can, or send it to Serena also.
well, it's a type of ill will. It's like not really
resentment.
No, resentment is no. It's a lot less. It's less heavier than resentment or ill will. Irritation. That's it. That's what it was.
Thanks, Pietro.
Yeah. So I felt a lot of irritation during the meditation, and I really did not. I didn't feel like I had the capacity at that point in time to handle the irritation. So I basically try to do something else.
Yeah. So let me ask you. So what? So I have an idea what the irritation. I already have some thoughts, but I wanted to ask you. So if you can go back in time and get a sense of what was the irritation, what was the source of it? That as well as you can tell, maybe it's hard to tell. Maybe it was just a feeling of irritation that you came in with, just an irritable mind.
Yeah, well, I wasn't aware that I'm actually quarantined from COVID right now, and it's the first time that I'm aware that I've had COVID in the past 3 years, and actually I wound up at the hospital for it. So I was back since yesterday, but what I have noticed is even at the hospital, I was irritated with this lady who could not get something right. So so I guess for me, it's really important it feels so strong when the irritation comes on that I feel like I'm not able to really um, get a handle it on the time at the time that it's on. So unless I could just totally turn it off to something totally different, it doesn't feel like I can handle just being with the irritation.
Got it. So for the benefit of time, I'm going to, I got a gist of what's happening. And thank you for sharing. And I'm so sorry to hear that you've been so sick with COVID, Serena, and had to go to the hospital. Glad you're back at home, feeling better. Hopefully you're recovering. So regarding your question about irritation in the limited time left, a couple of things. One is, if the body is feeling ill or out of balance, if you're sick with a virus fighting, then there's less room, really. It's like a tire, there's less air in the tire, so it's easier for that for one to get irritated. So turn towards the irritation, because when you're irritated, you're the person who's like, "Arr, arr, arr, arr." You're both hurting yourself and you're harming others. So bring compassion, especially when you're sick. Bring compassion, which is like a soothing sound. Like, it's okay. As well as patience. Patience and compassion. Those are the two antidotes for irritation, especially patience. It's not going to get any better or easier if you're irritated and you're irritated. It just, that's a wisdom practice, bringing the patience in. So bring patience in, as well as compassion for yourself, who's really hurting right now with the irritation. And distraction is not a very good strategy, because sometimes it can feel skillful, but overall, it's better to actually work with it head on, with wisdom, bringing in a dose of patience and compassion for yourself who's suffering in that moment. So thank you for bringing that in, Serena.
Thank you.
So it is 7:00 and our time has come to an end, our time together. Thank you all so much for your practice, for your cultivation of your heart, for the sake of all beings. May all beings, including ourselves, be well. May all beings be free. Thanks, everyone.